Hello friends, welcome to our next tutorial, that is probability distribution method in capital budgeting. We have seen risk adjusted discount rate, we have seen certainty equivalent method, we have seen sensitivity analysis method, and we will see the fourth method, the probability distribution method. Under probability distribution method, we have two steps. Step 1, we have to calculate the first step. You have to calculate the net present value. Then second step, you have to do the something called mean cash flow. Okay, now in the examination they may give you NPV directly. They will ask you to do step 1 and step 2. So what is the probability distribution method? You have to calculate the mean cash flow, you have to calculate the standard deviation of the cash flow and evaluate the project. Now you may not understand what is this mean cash flow and standard deviation cash flow. So what do we do for that? So we will go and work out a problem so that you will understand what is this mean cash flow and what is this standard deviation of the cash flow. You see problem number 4. Shivam Limited is considering two projects. Their project A cost 36,000, project B 30,000, and using this 36,000, 30,000, they have estimated, that is in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, they must have had some cash flow. They multiplied that with the present value factor, then minus the cash outflow, and they got this NPV. NPV1, NPV2, NPV3, NPV4. And they given you this probability. Again, project B, same way they have calculated the step 1 and they have given you the NPV in the step 2. And they have given the probability to you. Okay. We also may get a problem where they will give you the year 1 cash flow and they will give you the cost. Then they would have given you the present value factor. Then multiply that, bring it this NPV. That also you will get. Then you assign the probability. So that problem will become very big for you to do in an examination. It may take 1 hour. For that, they've reduced this problem to, they themselves will give you the NPV directly to you and they will give you the probability directly. They'll ask you to find out the expected net present value. So what is probability distribution method? In probability distribution method, okay, you will have not one net present value, we will have 10 net present value assigned with the probabilities. Now you have to calculate on an average. Now if it was a normal scenario, 15,000 plus a positive or negative, we positive would have accepted. But this 15,000, there is a probability only 20% chance. 3,000 rupees NPV, there is a possibility of 0.20. So fourth scenario is that. So again, this fourth scenario, how can you take decision? So average we will try to find out. This average is what we call it as expected net present value. Okay, just average, no use. We have to also calculate from the average how much deviation is there. How much deviation is there? So this all we are doing some kind of a probability, a mathematical analysis of the cash flow. Okay, so how do we do? Very simple. Take this NPV in project A as X. Take this probability as F. Take this X, this is F. Now I'll take project A and then work out the problem. Now you see 15, 12, 6, 3 is the cash flow. So I've written down 15, 12, 6, 3 is the cash flow. Then I've taken F 0.20, 0.30, 0.30, 0.20. So what do? F into X. How do we do F into X? X into F, that is 15 into 0.20, 3. 12 into 0.30, 0.36, 6 into 0.30, 1.8, 3 into 0.20, 0.6. Your first step is over. Then you sum it up. Then you will get 9. Then you sum it up. Summation F, you get 1. This summation we call it as summation fx. This we call it as summation f. Then you apply the formula. Mean is equal to summation fx divided by summation f, which is equal to 9 divided by 1, which is equal to 9. Answer. So what is the mean? Mean is equal to 9. Now we understood mean. Very simple. Very simple. Take f into x, then sum it divided by 1. You got the mean. Now what is standard deviation? For standard deviation, you will have to do another step. D square f d square. How do we do d? D is equal to x minus x bar. X is this, x bar is your 9. So 15 minus 9, 6. 12 minus 9, 3. 6 minus 9, minus 3. 3 minus 9, minus 6. So you have found out D. What is our next step? D square. 6 into 6, 36. 3 into 3, 9. 3 into 3, 9. 6 into 6, 36. So over. Now what is our next step? FD square. Now you have F here, which is given in the problem. D square we have found out. Then you multiply 36 into 0.20, 7.2. 9 into 0.30, 2.7. 9 into 0.30, 2.7. 36 into 0.20, 7.2. No. Now what do? You just sum it up. What we call it as summation FD square. Okay, summation FD square. How much you got? 19.8. So then apply standard deviation formula. Standard deviation formula is equal to summation FD square divided by summation F square root of. So which is equal to summation FD square is equal to 19.8 divided by 1, which is equal to square root of 19.8, which is equal to 4.44. Now what do we got? We got mean is equal to 9. We got standard deviation is equal to 4.44. That's all. So simple problem this one. Okay. You easily will get either for 15 marks or 10 marks. Easy. Okay. Project B, repeat the same thing. Okay. So project B 15, 12, 6, 3. So probability is given 0.1, 0.4, 0.4, 0.1. So what do? F into x again. 15 into 0.1, 1.5. 12 into 0.4, 4.8. 6 into 0.4, 2.4. 3.3 into 0.1, 0.3. Okay. So how much you got summation effect? 9. So what is the formula? Mean is equal to summation fx divided by summation f. 9 divided by 1, which is equal to 9. Very simple. Over our mean is over. Mean is equal to 9. We have found out the answer. Okay. This is our 8th standard story. What is next step? You have to find out the standard deviation. How do we find out? You have to do 2, 3 steps. D square f d square. How do we do the D? D is equal to x minus x bar. So how do we do the x bar? 15 minus 9, 6. 12 minus 9, 3. 6 minus 9, minus 3. 3 minus 9, minus 6. So how do we do the D square? 6 into 6, 36. 3 into 3, 9. 3 into 3, 9. 6 into 6, 36. How do we do FD square? F is given, D square is given, F into D square. 36 into 0.1, 3.6. 9 into 0.4, 3.6. 9 into 0.4, 3.6. 36 into 0.1, 3.6. Add it up, all this thing, we call it as what? Summation FD square, which is equal to how much? 14.4. How much? 14.4. So apply the formula again. Standard deviation is equal to summation FD square divided by summation F square root of. Summation FD square 14.4 divided by 1 square root of, which is equal to what? 3.7947. So we know standard deviation is equal to 3.7947. So make a table. Evaluation now. Next step. You know project A, project B. Mean is equal to what? 9, 9. Standard deviation is equal to 4.4 and 3.79. Now work out one more max. We call it as coefficient. What is coefficient is your standard deviation divided by mean into 100. Standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So what did I do? 4.44 divided by 9 into 100, 48%. 3.79 divided by 9 into 100, 41%. So which one to accept? Whichever is having a low coefficient, you have to accept that project. So project B is accepted. Very clear? This is for 15 marks. Okay. Your expected present value is your mean. Your risk attached is your standard deviation. Evaluation is your coefficient of variation. Okay. This we used to do in our statistic in our second year BCom. Okay. Even in your MBA, if you would have studied statistics somewhere, you would have studied this one. Okay. So by this, I am completing the tutorial on probability distribution method. Now, what is probability distribution method? To summarize, I will once again tell you, our net present value of that cash flow is not one net present value, but we will have now 5 net present value based on various changes that will happen. Okay. So based for that, we will assign one probability. Once we do that, then we have to do the average cash flow, then average standard deviation. What is the average cash flow? 9,000 rupees. Should we accept? Yes, we should accept. Why? Because there is a positive. Okay. So when we will get 9,000 as a probably 9,000 in a normal scenario, 9,000 plus 36,000. That is, if you have a 45,000 rupees of NP inflow, and if you minus 36,000, you will get 9,000. Clear? So if you have that cash flow only, in a normal scenario, you will get it. So this we apply the probability to the NPV and work out some statistics. We call it as probability distribution method. But very simple if you compare all the method. Logic is very simple. For everything, you need to understand how to do the capital budgeting, which I did it in my tutorial 1. Thank you so much. Okay, we will meet in the next class.